thought it was about time to step on the scales. So it has been 3 weeks, I believe, since I last weighed myself, and I felt like I needed a little bit of an update for myself to kind of know if I was on track and if what I was doing was working. So I had stopped weighing myself for a little bit, just because I didn't want the scales to dictate how I felt about my weight loss, because they can fluctuate so much. So I decided just to wait until I felt ready to step back on the scales again. So this time around I have been in a calorie deficit, which has been around 1,700 to 1,800 calories, depending on how my exercise is that week. I try and do some form of exercise at least 3 times a week. That may be a little jog, that may be a bit of a workout, but I like it to be around about 30 minutes. So all depending on how kind of my exercise is that week will depend on my calories really. What I will say is this time round I have been a lot more relaxed about it, and every day hasn't been me counting calories. I would say I count calories about 80% of the time. I'll have either 1 or 2 days where I'm a little bit more flexible, where I'm still really mindful of what I'm eating, and I'll still kind of clock how many calories are in things and think whether it's going to be high protein or not, but I won't necessarily track it. And for me that just kind of takes that extra pressure off, and it just feels like it doesn't overtake my life so much, and I feel like it's given me that balance that I need. So I won't have cheat days. I will have days where I'm just a little bit more flexible, where I'm kind of still in the mind of like I'm still on plan, but I'm not tracking it, if that makes sense. And for me that has just been so helpful to kind of still keep in that same sort of healthy living mindset, but also just being a lot more relaxed about it. Now I have been introducing a lot of other things, because I've realised that when it comes to being unhealthy in general has had a real negative impact on my mental health. I'm trying not to use my hands, because I had a comment saying that my hand gestures are very distracting when they're watching my videos, so now I'm really conscious of when my hands come up, I'm like, put your hands down. So I've been trying to come from a place of love for myself rather than a place of doing it for vain reasons or wanting to look a certain way. And of course I would like to get into my old pair of jeans. That mindset has actually stopped me from being motivated, and I'll do it for a certain amount of time and I'll put everything into it, and then I will just fail essentially, because my reasons for doing it are not good enough reasons. I need to do it from a place of love and not kind of punishment really. So I'm going to give you my overall weight loss within the last 4 weeks, and also a breakdown of what I lost my first week and obviously within the last 3 weeks as well. So my first week, I believe I lost, I think it was 5.5 pounds. It was a really good loss my first week. So and I have lost an additional 4.5 pounds in the last 3 weeks, which has taken me up to 10 pounds in 4 weeks. And this has felt like a real victory for me, because I don't feel like I have been on a traditional diet. I feel like I've just been living my life. I've been living my best life. I have been going out and doing things I would usually do, being a little bit more mindful, having a little bit of flexibility, but I haven't been in that mindset of like strict through the week, getting to Saturday and just eating so much because I feel really restricted. I've still kept everything in my diet that I would usually have, but I've just tried to be a little bit mindful of how much I'm eating. And for example, today we went to the garden centre. I didn't have a cake. I felt like I didn't need one, because I know if I want one I can have one, but at that point I was like, I'm not really hungry, I'm not really fancying it, so I'm not just gonna have it for the sake of having it. And that has been so helpful for me, just kind of freeing my mind from the whole diet culture, and just being a little bit more flexible and a little bit more kind to yourself. Now you may be able to hear the hedge trimmer, because Dan has just decided to cut the hedge as I'm filming. How very, very kind of him. So it is just a real quick one today, guys. Just wanted to give you an update of where I am on my journey so far. I'm going to be continuing filming my what I eat in a day, because honestly it really helps me as well, getting the camera out and just sharing my day with you, and I know you guys find it quite helpful as well. So we'll be doing that next week, getting some of them up. But I'm really pleased that the last 4 weeks I have lost 10 pounds in total, and that's everything from me today, guys. If you did enjoy this video or you want to join the family, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.